Okay folks, today we're testing this factory AM/FM stereo radio out of a 1974 Corvette. I believe this radio will fit 1968 through 1976 Corvettes, if I remember correctly. I'll verify and put the correct info in the description. I know that radios prior to 72 didn't use this larger heatsink with both transistors on it. It actually used two separate heatsinks, like one amplifier and one remote heatsink. This is an upgraded version that has everything in one kit and caboodle to make more space underneath the dash and all that good stuff. So this is a nice upgrade for a pre-72 Corvette. You can bolt it in there, it'll fit and look just at home, but it'll work proper. Anyway, really good condition. The wiring here is all intact. The speaker wire connector was cut, but they're plenty long on the connectors. I'll hook up a speaker here. We're going to test both channels individually to show you that they work. What else can I show you? We have it hooked up to a 12-volt power supply here, an antenna, and the correct speaker. Before we get started, let me tell you that everything from about the 10 down on AM is weak reception where I live. That's not the radio. It's just I live deep in a valley here, and today we're testing inside my house because it's cold, wet, and miserable outside. So the reception's weak at the beginning of AM, but you'll see that it clears up as we go through the dial. Yeah, let's test it.
Yeah, I read about this. Go ahead.
Yeah, strong voices of support.
And you and I, Drew, a few weeks ago, where I think I did.
Anyway, AM is working. We'll switch over to FM here. In case you're not familiar with AM/FM stereo radios, they have this stereo indicator light in the top right side of the dial. That tells you when a strong stereo signal is tuned in, and it'll play stereo sound. If that's off, it'll still play out of both channels, but it won't be stereo. You'll see it flicking on and off here, and that's absolutely normal. See, I'll show you the fader here. So that's in, that's out because it's the other channel. And then this is tone right here. So you can see we go towards bass, treble. Okay, I'll show you all the push buttons work here. I have them set above each individual push button. I'll show you how to set a push button. So let's say we like that station. You just pull out the push button, push it back in. No matter where we go, we can go right back to the other one. Okay, now we'll switch over. Looks like we're on the green channel now. So we'll switch over to the blue channel. You can see, there we go. It's loud and clear as well. Anyway, you can see there's no crackling when you adjust the volume. Just a really nice looking and working radio. This radio has been in storage for a long time. So even though it works now, before you put it in your car, I recommend having it tuned up just to make sure everything is dialed. As far as it'd be a shame to put it in the car and find out it had a capacitor that was about to go bad or something like that. It doesn't cost much to have an old radio tune up when it's already working. So anyway, keep that in mind. If you decide to roll the dice and put it in the way it is, then more power to you. Thanks guys.